Once again, hello to anyone who's watching. So this is it's early in the morning, and let's get started again. So I've already opened the Odin project. Resume from where I left. Motivation and mindset. Let me zoom a little bit. Introduction. Learning to code is incredibly rewarding but can be difficult and frustrating like any other skills worth knowing. It takes time to acquire and it can be learned in a weekend or even a month. With that said, we believe anyone can learn how to program as long as they are willing to put in the time and effort. So before we get into the meat of curriculum, we're going to go over the following to help you get the most out of the Odin project. The things that will help you succeed in our goal of learning to code and the pitfalls that you should try to avoid. Motivation. Take a moment to think about why you have decided to learn programming. Do you think to have a fulfilling career that pays well? Are you excited by the creative outlet programming provides? Are you determined to develop the skills and abilities to build any app you can think of? You want to start your own company by turning an app idea into reality? So, your motivation could be a combination of these reasons or something else entirely. There is something else, maybe. However, it is, hold on tightly to your motivation. This will be what pulls you through to the end of this journey, giving you a definitive goal to aim towards. To give your motivation a bit of boost, you can read about the success of others in our Discord uh, audience success stories channels. You need to join the Discord server first in order to see the channel. So I've already joined their Discord server. Back to the topic, growth mindset. Your mindset is very important when teaching yourself any new skills, not just programming. Your mindset will have more of an impact on your chances of success and just about anything else. Someone with the fixed mindset believes if they don't get something on their first attempt, they never will. They believe that they simply aren't smart enough to be able to do or understand some things. Thank God I'm not that kind of a person. However, there is a wide body of research showing that intelligence is not fixed but can instead be developed. Someone with the growth mindset believes they can get better at anything with effort and persistence. I am this kind of person. What does this mean for you? It means you can learn new skills and develop new talents with persistence and grit. There will be many times throughout the Odin project that you will get stuck on a concept or a programming problem and may find yourself questioning your ability to learn programming. When you find yourself in this position, remind yourself that you may not get it yet, but that it with persistence and grit you will. Struggling with something is growth. Okay, it can be a motivation quote. Struggling with something is growth. It doesn't matter how long you struggle with a concept or project, all that matters is that you have the grit and tendency to see it through. That's how real learning happens. While you are working through the curriculum, embrace the struggles you encounter with difficult concepts and complex projects. Be sure to celebrate your persistence in overcoming those struggles. When you find yourself questioning your abilities, reflect on the success you have already achieved while learning to program, the projects you have completed, and the concepts you once didn't understand but now do. This is all the proof you need that you can do it. To learn more about the growth mindsets, check out these resources. So I won't go there yet. But yeah, you can check them out if you like. I already know about it, so that won't be necessary for me. The learning process, learning concepts and then participating them will help you to move fully understand how things work and fit together. Projects are the ultimate methods of ensuring that your theoretical understanding align with how the programming concepts and techniques actually operate. While when learning, your mind will consistently switch between focus mode and diffuse mode. What is diffuse mode? Focus mode occurs when you are consciously focusing on learning, reading, watching videos, or working on a project. Oh, diffuse mode. I spelled it wrong again. Diffuse mode occurs when subconsciously, at times when you are not actively learning, such as when you are doing the dishes, exercising, or sleeping. In this state, your mind goes about the business of connecting what you have been learning to the other things you know. This is where breakthroughs happen. It's important to know that your mind goes through these two states when learning, because you can utilize this to make your learning more efficient. When stuck on a concept or project, taking a break to refresh and let your subconscious work on making connections more often than not yields a solution to your problem. The trick is to put effort into solving the problem first and then take a break. In short, understand it, practice it, and finally teach it. Teaching what you know to others is a great way to solidify what you have learned and can often reveal holes in your knowledge that you wouldn't have identified otherwise. Hmm. You can practice this method of learning by helping others in our community. To learn more about the best way to learn how to learn on Coursera is highly recommended. The Ruby Rocks have a podcast on how to learn, which should be motivational and useful to you. So check it out for some useful thoughts on learning. 100 days of code is a challenge that new developers often use to track their coding journey and showcase their work. Consider joining by checking out their website. So I'll separately open these links and new tabs. Yeah, they are up to. So what to do when you are stuck? Okay, they have added AI also. So what to do when you are stuck? You will inevitably get stuck at some point in the curriculum, perhaps due to a concept that you are having difficulty understanding, or perhaps due to something not working correctly in a project. Whatever it is, use the following tools to get unstuck. Google it. You can be certain someone else out there has encountered the same problem as you at some point. A quick Google search can often lead to a solution. Take a break. Allow your diffuse learning state to work on that problem. Ask for help in our chat. Come prepared with your research. People will be more willing to help you when they can see you have already put effort into trying to figure out the solution on your own. A note on AI code generation. As technology advances, we have seen some incredible tools emerge that can help accelerate coding capacity. One particular area that has exploded in popularity lately is the usage of large language models (LLMs) and generative AIs for code completion like GitHub Copilot and code generation like ChatGPT. While these tools are amazing, learners should be aware of the impact that using such tools can have on core competency. David Humphrey, a computer science professor, wrote about ChatGPT and its potential negative impacts on core learning. It is a good read about the pitfalls of using generative AI in an educational context. For learners that are new to programming, tools like ChatGPT or GitHub Copilot can result in some blind spots and gaps in your knowledge. I totally agree with this actually. By using a generative AI, learners may miss the opportunity to discover how something works and why things are done the way. Asking good questions is an important skills to have, and using generative AI to skip asking people like a helpful Discord community means that that your development of the skill is delayed. Learning to talk about the code that one writes is another important skill. In a professional environment, it is highly likely that you will be doing code reviews where you have to explain the how and why behind what you are presenting. Using the audience community to ask good questions about your code when you require help can help develop these skills as well. As David Humphrey mentions, the output of generative AI must be closely scrutinized, and learners who are new to programming generally don't have a good overall understanding to be able to determine if the output is good or bad. While learning how to provide good prompts to an AI tool is a skill, it is one that is supplementary to developing foundational programming skills. The Odin project curriculums strives to teach that foundation skill. AI tools are designed to answer questions and not designed to help learners develop research and problem solving skills. If you ask an AI for information, it will provide you information to do. If you ask a human, they will invite you to share your understanding of the problem and offer some guidance on how to discover a solution. Without practice in research, problem solving, and critical thinking, interviews could be a struggle since it is very likely that applicants would not be allowed to use AI tools. We do not recommend using AI tools for your learning. Yeah, it is totally valid. Like, don't use AI tools while you are learning. Once you get like expertise in the language or that field, after years of experience, after getting stuck on so many projects, concepts, so many lines, asking questions, you can then use AI, because it will definitely create loopholes. If you directly use AI to generate some code, you will get good results, because uh, AI is getting well better and better every day. But you will have loopholes. Your basic concepts will not be clear. You won't understand how things work properly, and it will well be negative in the long run. Okay. Managing your study time. You will have more success with routine by putting consistent time into it rather than working on it once a week. Building a habit of studying every day at a specific time and with a specific goal will ensure that you make consistent progress. It may take you longer than others to grasp concepts, or it may take you less time. That doesn't mean you are smarter or dumber than others. It means you have had different life experience that may or may not have prepared you for this learning stuff. Someone who grew up around an engineer may have some advantages over someone who didn't, but it doesn't matter mean you can't learn those skills. The Odin project isn't like college or university. It is self-paced and allows you to get a really solid grasp of concepts before moving on. In school, you are forced to keep up or you will fail. The difference here is that coming into the Odin project, you are not expected to have much knowledge. There are no prerequisites. We have had people be successful coming through here who only knew how to check their email with a computer. We have also seen success from computer science degree holders treating the Odin project like a static timeline in understandable. But what happened? Nothing. but it is a sign of misplaced expectations. You simply don't know what you don't know yet, and that's okay. There are no due dates on things in the auditing project, so you can spend the time to do it right and discuss the topics. Deadlines cause unneeded stress. Since the Odin project is a free and open platform, you are not beholden to a deadline. Creating your own deadline is a good way to rush concepts that should be not rushed. This course is very research based, meaning you will have to do research to complete tasks and projects. There is no telling if you can find the article or post that helps you in the right way quickly to meet your deadlines, but we bet you learn a ton along the way that you can use in the future. People that do this kind of research and strive to write better solutions tend to become better developers in the future. There's no knowing how long it could take you to learn how to query stuff to find your answers. There are no solid guidelines on that. If you're doing the Odin project because you need a high paying job right now, you're not going to become a solid developer within the time frame you have set. So I don't have any hurry. I'm not in any hurry. So let's go along. Stress and anxiety absolutely do not help you learn either. Relax and just enjoy the ride. Long story short, don't worry, just go learn. Remember, pitfalls to avoid. The following are some of the pitfalls that beginners often encounter while learning how to program. Try your best to avoid this. Procrastination. Well, that's why I have started uploading my videos on YouTube in the first place. If you have seen my first video, procrastination is one of the reasons that I am trying to avoid. So, procrastination will be your biggest enemy when trying to make progress. Solution: the Pomodoro technique is a way of managing your time in order to stay focused. The idea is to set a timer for 25 minutes and to work on a task until the timer goes off. If you get distracted or interrupted during 25 minutes, start to 25 minutes of work over again. Once you successfully focus on work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. When your break is over, repeat the 25 minutes of work and 5 minutes break. After you completed 4 25-minute blocks of work, take a long 15 to 30-minute break. The Pomodoro technique is great for avoiding procrastination as it forces you to work without distractions. Since the work time only lasts 25 minutes before taking a break, it's not overwhelming, making it harder to rationalize procrastination. To learn more about the Pomodoro technique, read this great article. You can read it. I'm not reading. If you want to try it out, Pomodoro Timer is an easy to use Pomodoro timer. Well, I know about Pomodoro technique already, but I'm still procrastinating. Maybe the key to avoid procrastination is what I'm doing. Just do it. Anyhow, just do it. You can use Pomodoro technique to increase your productivity also. It's up to you, it's your decision. Not taking breaks. As you get into the material, you may feel compelled to continuously studying for long periods of time. It might seem like you are getting more work done at first, but this often leads to burnout, which consequently results in lower productivity. It may seem counterintuitive, but you will actually get more done if you regularly step back to recharge your brain and body. Studies show that performance increases after breaks of all duration, from extended vacations down to micro breaks of 30 seconds. John Trogakos talks, uh, I can spell it again, associate professor of management at the University of Toronto, says that mental concentration is similar to a muscle. Our focus becomes fatigued after sustained use and needs a rest period to recover, just like a bodybuilder resting between sets at the gym. Solution: use the previously mentioned Pomodoro technique. To time how often and how long to take your well-deserved breaks, feel free to play around and experiment with different frequencies and durations of break. What to do during your break? Listen to music, journal, doodle, meditate, play a quick game, go for a short walk outside, or maybe work on your hobby. Read this article for more information on breaks and productivity. Digital distraction are emails and Facebook notification and time wasting websites such as social media. These distractions break your focus and make procrastination tempting. Therefore, they should be avoided during study time. Solution: turn off notification and add a blocker to your internet to limit your time on distracting sites. Or also, you can put your phone on DND mode, and you can put your phone away or in another room when studying. Physical distractions are from your environment, like a TV in the background or other people talking. These distractions can be just as damaging to your focus as digital distraction. Solution: find a quiet place to study where you can go to focus in your home. If that's not an option, you can use noise cancelling headphones to block out noisy distraction in your environment. Rabbit holes: because we cover so much material on the Odin project and link it to so many high quality courses and tools, it is easy for students to get pulled into rabbit holes by spending time trying to learn all there is to know about a subject that they aren't ready for or won't benefit them much. Okay, this is why I don't click on all of the links. This is the reason. We have put a lot of effort into structuring the curriculum so that all of the important things that you need to know about web development are covered exactly when you need to know them. Solution: stick to the path laid out as much as possible. Try to limit time spending going down rabbit holes, as these side tracks can really ruin your momentum. This is the reason. This is the reason. Comparing yourself to others. Students often compare themselves to others who are farther along in their coding journeys or have more experience. This is a recipe for depression and frustration. Solution: only compare yourself to your past self. Have your abilities and knowledge improved from where you were last week, last month, or last year? Question mark. So be proud of the progress that you have made. Counterproductive note taking. The ODI project does not recommend taking a lot of notes throughout our web development educational journey because it can be time consuming and often leads to wasted efforts. Solution: instead of taking notes to use as direct reference, make notes that can serve as a prompt for further research. It is important to get comfortable with reading documentation which essentially act as pre-existing notes made by someone else. Conclusion: learning any new skill is a journey full of speed bumps and obstacles to be overcome. We hope that the principles laid out here will put you in much better position to succeed and get the most out of the Odin project. And here are the rabbit holes: additional resources, becoming a top success story, managing inspiration and motivation, learning to code when it gets dark, improve your typing skills with keyword.com. Okay, practicing typing with monkey type. Why procrastinators procrastinate? And this is the end of this chapter. So we have opened this article, learning how to learn. Well, I think it's another rabbit hole, so I won't be going. And there is a course. Oh lol, it's a course about 15 hours to complete. So this is a big rabbit hole. It will take 15 hours or maybe 20 hours out of my time, so I won't do it. Second, RRR how to learn 131 blah 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 1 hour 38-minute read. So get the idea how you born with talent blah 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 blah. Okay, so skip 100 days of code. Well, this can be helpful. Welcome. Here you can learn the rules, get answers to your questions by reading the FAQ, and find out about the community that's growing around the challenge. Two main rules: code minimum an hour every day for the next 100 days. Tweet your progress every day with the 100 days of code hashtag. Learn more about the rules. Publicly commit to the challenge. If you made this decision to commit to the challenge, click here to tweet it to the world, making yourself accountable and taking your resolve to next level. 100 days, it's about 3 months plus. Well, yeah, if you are interested in changing other habits, check out 100 days of X project. Okay, it can be helpful. I won't go through all of the article, but I get a slightly idea of how it will. So I'll bookmark it. Bookmark. I have to create a new folder, I guess. Bookmark, other bookmarks, coding. Oh, I also have a folder for coding. Let's create a new folder. TOP articles. So that's it for today. I'll see you later.